Every year, millions of travelers get stopped, fined, delayed, or stranded because of airport rules nobody ever explained to them. These aren't obscure regulations buried in government documents. These are real rules enforced daily at every major airport in America and around the world. Flight attendants know them. TSA agents know them. Gate agents know them. But passengers are left to discover them the hard way, usually at the worst possible moment. Let's break down the airport rules that nobody explains, starting now. Rule 1: the Real ID deadline is no longer a warning. Starting May 7th, 2025, a standard state driver's license no longer gets you through TSA security for domestic flights. The Real ID Act, passed in 2005 and delayed repeatedly, is now fully enforced. Your license must display a star in the upper right corner to be Real ID compliant. Without it, you need a passport, military ID, or another federally accepted document. What nobody explains is the grace period is completely over. TSA agents cannot make exceptions. If you arrive at security without an acceptable ID, you will not fly regardless of how expensive your ticket was or how important your trip is. No supervisor override exists for this rule. The shocking part? Approximately 18% of American adults still don't have Real ID compliant identification as of early 2026. Millions of people are one domestic flight away from discovering this the worst possible way. Check your license right now. If there's no star, get to your DMV before your next flight. Rule 2: TSA's liquid rule has a hidden exception most people don't know. Everyone knows the 311 liquid rule. Containers must be 3.4 ounces or less, fitting in one quart-sized clear bag. One bag per passenger. What almost nobody knows is the medical and infant exemption that overrides this rule entirely. Medications in liquid form, including prescription and over-the-counter, are exempt from the 3.4-ounce limit. You can carry full-size liquid medications in your carry-on without placing them in your quart bag if you simply declare them separately at the checkpoint. Insulin, cough syrup, liquid vitamins, and even medical marijuana in states where it's legal medicinally all qualify under this exemption. Breast milk, formula, and juice for infants are also completely exempt from the 3.4-ounce rule. You can carry reasonable quantities without restriction. TSA defines reasonable as enough for the duration of travel, and agents are trained not to challenge parents on quantity. The catch? You must declare these items before placing your bag on the X-ray belt. Failing to declare them can result in additional screening, confiscation, or delays, even though the exemption protects you. Most parents and medication-dependent travelers lose their exemption rights simply because nobody told them to declare. Rule 3: the $100 bill problem at international airports. International travelers carrying cash face a rule that derails trips annually. U.S. Customs requires declaring cash or monetary instruments totaling $10,000 or more when entering or leaving the United States. What nobody explains is that this applies to the combined total across all family members traveling together. A family of 4, each carrying $3,000 in cash, technically carries $12,000 collectively and must declare it. Failure to declare doesn't result in a warning. U.S. Customs can seize the entire amount through civil asset forfeiture, and you must prove the money is legitimate to get it back. A process that takes months and requires legal fees that sometimes exceed the seized amount. The even lesser-known rule: many countries have reciprocal laws with different thresholds. Canada's threshold is 10,000 Canadian dollars. The European Union requires declaration above 10,000 euros. Australia requires declaration above 10,000 Australian dollars. Crossing multiple borders on a single trip means navigating multiple declaration thresholds. And ignorance isn't a legal defense. What's remarkable is that declaring doesn't trigger taxes or confiscation. Customs simply records the amount. The only consequence of declaring is a brief conversation. The consequences of not declaring can be permanent loss of your travel funds. Rule 4, your gate can change after you clear security. This seems obvious, but the operational implications aren't explained anywhere. When your gate changes after security, the airline is not obligated to announce it over a system you can hear if you're in a restaurant, bathroom, or quiet area. The gate change notification goes to your app, to the departure board, and to the public address system in the immediate gate area. That's it. What catches travelers is connecting flights at unfamiliar airports where gate changes move departures between concourses, requiring a tram, bus, or re-clearing of security. At Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson, gates can move between concourses A through F and the international terminal. At Dala,